Hey everybody, Midnight Riders back here at you. Today I kind of wanted to do something a little bit different. Not a lot of people do this kind of thing while they're driving, so excuse me if I'm not really looking at the camera all the time. One of the, well here, first of all, let me just kind of give a real quick thing. So I'm heading to one of my properties this morning to look at it. It is on the west side of Atlanta. So right now I'm on the south side, coming up into South Atlanta, getting ready to get onto I-75 northbound. You know, this city is absolutely fucking stupid. I don't know who the engineers or city planners were who designed these roads here, but this is the dumbest shit that I have ever seen in my life. And I'm telling you, I've lived in just about every major city. I've lived in every major city damn near across the entire world, but especially in America. I've lived everywhere from, you know, New York to Dallas, Texas, Phoenix, Arizona, Cincinnati, Ohio. I've lived everywhere. And this city is the craziest, dumbest city I have ever seen as far as the way that they built their roads or lack thereof. And the way that people drive here is just insanity. But anyway, you know, enough about that. I mean, you know, basically it's just, it's crazy. I drive my motorcycle through here all the time, and every day I thank God that I make it out of here alive, because there are so many damn motorcycle fatalities here and wrecks and all that kind of stuff. But just wrecks in general. I mean, I don't know, man. Anyway, taking this drive every day. I mean, on average, I spend about 4 or 5 hours a day driving. Normally, I would be in my pickup truck. I've got a GMC Duramax that I drive around. You know, that's basically my work truck. Come to find out this weekend, I went to go drive it, and it looks like it popped some injectors. So it is now at the shop, and I'm sure that's going to cost several $1,000s. Those injectors aren't cheap, but anyway, this drive every day, it always reminds me of something, and this kind of plays into this whole emasculation thing that I always talk about. And that's the American man's inability to move and to explore and travel and go to places where they can make the most money. Right? I'm a firm believer that you know, we are the masters of our own destiny, and if we're poor, it's because we're choosing to be poor. If we're unemployed, it's because we're choosing to be unemployed. And if we can't find a job, then that is really a choice of just not being able to bring yourself to go to where you need to go to. I don't know where I saw this statistic, but it is something like 73% of Americans live within 13 miles of their parents. Hell, only 7% of Americans own a passport, an active passport. And that is ludicrous. That is straight up insanity. You know, we are a country that was formed and founded by people who were brave enough to trek oceans and to trek across mountains and, you know, fight wars for their freedom and do all this kind of stuff. And now we've turned into a society where people can't move more than 13 miles away from their parents, and only 7% of the population has an active passport. Man, I don't know. I don't even really know how to comment on this, because it really is sad that we live in a nation that is filled with so many pussies. I mean, you know, some of you got out and about. You know, some of you got off the tit for a couple of years, you know, when you went to college, or maybe you joined the military for a year or two or whatever, a couple of terms. But to end right back up where you've been, there's people here in Atlanta, the city of Atlanta or Fulton County, whatever county you live in, Cobb County, DeKalb, whatever. There's literally people who have never been outside of this county. I was talking to a guy just the other day that was interviewing for a job, because I'm always hiring people. And I asked this guy, I just kind of asked him, like, man, have you ever lived anywhere else, or, where have you worked? Because he really didn't have a very good resume. And anyway, this dude literally told me that he has never even traveled outside of Fulton County. I said, man, you've never been to Tennessee or Alabama or Florida or nothing? And he's like, no, man, he's spent his entire life in this city. And, I actually feel really bad for people like that they don't want to get out and explore, and they don't want to see the rest of the world. And especially in today's times, right? We've got 8.5 million unemployed people out there, so they claim. But we've got 10 million jobs available. I can't find employees. I can't find people that are willing to work. Nobody wants to travel because most of my work requires people to go out of town every now and again. Right? I own a construction company, so most of my jobs, there's never going to be a time where I'm going to have a consistent job that's going to stay in one city or one county. I go where I make the most money. Hell, in the last 16 years, I have lived in 7 different states. And the reason is because I'm going to go where I can make the most money. I'm going to go where I can give my family the best life. And there's people out there, they say, oh, well, money doesn't make happiness. And I'll tell you, that's horse shit. Okay, money might not buy happiness, but it damn sure helps. Okay, it damn sure helps. You've got to go where you can make the most money. It's that simple. You've got to go where you can do the best in life. I don't care if that's even to a different country. The American man needs to get off the tit. They need to grab a hold of their nuts, and they need to go where the fuck they gotta go in order to provide for themselves and their families. This is part of the problem in America, right? Everybody's so, I guess, I don't even know what the term for it is, but everybody is so afraid to get out there and get out of their damn comfort zones that people are sitting at home not being employed, not taking care of their families, because they're literally too afraid to go get it. They're too fucking afraid to go get it. How can we expect men to protect and provide if they're not even willing to leave mommy and daddy and move further than 13 miles away from them? This city right here, Atlanta's the perfect example. A year and a half ago, when all this corona bullshit happened, Atlanta turned into a ghost town. I could literally make it through Atlanta in about 15 minutes, from side to side. It was amazing. It turned into a complete ghost town. And I know that there was a lot of other cities that were like that too. I spent a lot of time in, like Jacksonville, Florida, and, all kinds of places. Charlotte, North Carolina, Nashville, Tennessee. They were all kind of the same way, where they really were, during the beginning of this whole COVID thing, they really turned into ghost towns. There was nobody out, there was nobody about, because everybody was staying home, bunkering down and shit. But over time, obviously people started going back to work, and now I'd say that traffic is probably twice as bad as what it was even before all this shit happened. And traffic has always been bad in Atlanta, but man, now it's really bad. And we're getting ready to come up in here to downtown Atlanta, so you'll see here in a minute. Right now it's actually moving pretty smoothly. But here's my point. My point is that you've got these people that live in these big metro areas that have never been willing to venture out and move to different cities or go explore anything. I am so grateful that I live, far away and that I live out in the country. But again, in the last 16 years, I've lived in 7 different states. And hell, that was after I got out of the Army. Imagine how it was while I was still in the Army and, being stationed in places like Germany and, you know, all over the place. You know, the point is that people have got to get out of their comfort zones. I always question, because every day Atlanta traffic is just absolutely insane. It doesn't matter what time of the day it is. I mean, it's fucking stupid all day long. You know, there are peak hours, and, you know, they keep saying that Wednesdays are the worst days for traffic in Atlanta. It never makes sense to me. Why wouldn't it be a Monday or a Friday? But I guess Wednesdays are the absolute worst travel days in Atlanta. And I always wonder, man, how can there be this many damn people out and about? Why aren't they working? Why aren't they doing something? You know, to be doing other things than causing fucking traffic jams. I mean, I don't know. It boggles my mind, but I think a lot of it comes down to this thing where, you know, here again, I mean, I don't know, you know, exactly what's going on with this whole unemployment thing, but I do know that there's an awful lot of people that have never even been willing to leave this city to go out and explore and do bigger and better things. And that's sad. That's sad. That's really damn sad. I don't think that there's a lot of people out there talking about this kind of stuff. You know, everybody else out there is so focused about you know, everything that's going on right now, and, you know, coronavirus and Joe Biden, you know, being his dickhead self. You know, there's just a lot of things that are going on that everybody is, it seems like nobody else is talking about anything other than that. And that's fine, but I really wanted to kind of talk about this and just put it out there, man. You've got to get out of your comfort zones. You've got to get out and start living your life and doing what you've got to do, man. You've got to do it. You've got to get out. Get out of the city. Man, if you're not working and you're doing nothing more than just driving around, what fucking purpose is that? What purpose do you have? First of all, where the hell are you getting your damn money from? You know, I saw another statistic that the state of Georgia has more new car loans than any other state. I guess it leads the state in new car loans. I mean, everybody here drives fucking nice-ass vehicles. And everybody here's got, you know, big-ass car payments and all kinds of shit. And I just wonder, man, I mean, I don't know. I don't see how people are affording these things. And that's going to be another topic for another day. I'm going to talk a lot about, you know, how far in debt people are and how immoral that really is. You know, how immoral it is to have this kind of debt. And even, you know, not even talking about the moral side of it, but just talking about the straight up stupidity of it. You know, these new cars and these, you know, big, huge houses and all this other shit that people can't afford, man. Where the fuck are they getting the money for this? You know, and I don't know. It just, it boggles my mind to see so many people out here that are just living on borrowed money and borrowed time, man. They're too afraid to get out and do anything, but they're still living on borrowed money, you know, competing with the Joneses and shit. It just does not make any sense to me. It doesn't make any damn sense to me, man. You know, this city in particular, first of all, I'm going to put this out there, man. The mayor of this city, man, she's fucking stupid. She is straight up stupid. Y'all probably can't see it because it's raining right now. But we got homeless people that live in tents all along the freeways and under the up under the overpasses and stuff. We have entire tent cities here in Atlanta, Georgia, of homeless people because this mayor of this city has basically said that anybody can live anywhere they want, and I guess the city's providing them with tents and all kinds of free shit. Fucking graffiti here is insane, man. I mean, this city, I've never understood why people don't want to take pride in where they live. Right? It's a fucking concrete jungle here. There's graffiti on every fucking building. We got gang shootings every fucking weekend. It's not quite as bad as some place like Chicago, but still, man, it ain't no damn joke here. Yeah, we're getting ready to come up into downtown Atlanta here. I'm getting ready to get onto I-20 West. And it's raining, so of course traffic is even more backed up. I mean, this place is it's just crazy. And I love this city. I really do. This city's got a lot of cool shit, man. I mean, I like the aquarium here. The zoo is decent. You know, Atlanta's got a lot of cool things. Six Flags. You know, it's a historic city. It's got a lot of historical importance to it. You know, Atlanta is a traditionally, historically black city, obviously, and you know, so I mean, if a person has a problem being around black people, then obviously they might not want to come to Atlanta. But still the same, Atlanta is a great city. I mean, it really is. It's got a lot of stuff to do for families, you know, and if you can get outside of the city, the state is such a beautiful state. I mean, there's waterfalls and rivers and, you know, just all kinds of cool stuff. There's a lot of lakes here. Most of them are man-made, but they're still very nice lakes. It's kind of funny because I actually just sold my boat this weekend to a buddy of mine. And normally, you know, especially for a holiday weekend, normally I would have been up on like Lake Lanier or Lake Altoona or something like that. And I'll get a different boat. I mean, I just wanted to get rid of that one right quick. But, you know, my point is that there's so many things to get out there and do, and there's so many things to get out there and see. You know, and there's so many states that are just right down the road. I mean, you know, a couple hour drive, and you can be in, you know, 5 different states. You can be in Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, or Florida. You know, and I think that's what I love the most about this area, is that really I can go anywhere within just a few hours drive. I mean, I can be at the beach, you know, head down to Savannah or head down to Panama City, Florida or something. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina is not too far away. You know, I mean, there's all kinds of things to do, and it really is a cool place to live. But yet you still got these people that have never even left Fulton County. How crazy is that, man? How crazy is that? And then these people wonder why they're unemployed. They wonder why they can't get a job, and it's because they're not willing to leave, you know, fucking whatever block they live on. And you know, I just, you know, and I mean, this is not even a racial thing, man. I mean, I talk to white people like this. I talk to, you know, black people like this. I talk to people all over the country who are in the same predicament. Hell, I've got family members. I've got some family that lives up in like Montana and stuff, and they have never left their own county. They've never even left, you know, never for a job opportunity, not to get married. You know, here's the next thing. Here's kind of a funny thing. Back in the old days, men were the providers, right? And so women went to the men. They went to wherever the men needed to be, right? If the man needed to move to, you know, from New York to Oklahoma City, they did it. And their women followed them. But nowadays, that's impossible. Women aren't doing it. They'll have no part of that because they don't want to leave their families. And, you know, women, you know, they don't need men anymore. They just want men, right? So they're not willing to leave their, you know, they're not willing to uproot and follow their men. And so this has caused even more complications because the men aren't out there, you know, doing what they need to do anyway because the women won't follow them. So it's one chain effect after another. It's one chain reaction after another. And I'm trying to sit here and ask myself, like, man, what the fuck needs to happen for people to pull their heads out of their asses and start being real men again? When are men going to stop being afraid of, you know, traveling from city to city for work? I mean, shit, so you might have to move, man. Who says that you can't come back and visit your family once or twice a year? I mean, yeah, you may not be able to be there for every fucking Christmas, but for the love of God, grow the fuck up, man. This is what built America, was our willingness and our ability to explore and get out there and do the brave things that made us prosperous. You cannot be prosperous if you're too afraid to leave your own city. You can't. You cannot succeed if you're not even brave enough to leave your own county. You can't. And I really want people to start thinking about this. I really want all of you who have never been willing to do anything other than stay at home and do the bare minimum. You're not living, man. You're just existing. You're doing nothing more than existing. And I'm saying it to you, man. I'm saying it to your faces. You're all a bunch of fucking pussies. Grab a hold of your balls and start being a man. Now, man, this sucks. It is really raining, and man, this traffic is really coming down hard. Sorry, that's just offset. It's raining really hard, and this traffic fucking sucks. I'm doing about, I don't know, 32 miles an hour. Gridlock freeway. I don't know. I just, like I said, I was looking at that statistic the other day, and I can't remember where I saw it. It was on some damn Travelocity or some shit, I don't know, but 73% of Americans live within 13 miles of their parents, and they never leave their hometown. And it really makes me sad to think that we're supposed to be the most badass country in the world, and we're supposed to have all this bravery, and we're supposed to have all this golden opportunity, man. We've got more opportunity in this country than any other place in the world. All you got to do is be brave enough to get your ass out there and go find it. That's all you got to do. We've got 10 million available jobs out there, and we've only got, we've got 8.5 million unemployed people. I mean, I'd really like to know, man, why does that, how does that make any damn sense whatsoever? Maybe somebody can give me an answer for this. I'd really like to talk to somebody about it and see what the fuck it has caused our society to become this emasculated. I'm going to be talking a lot about this stuff. I mean, really, this is my entire thing is really this subject right here. I really don't care what else is going on in the world. I really don't care what Joe Biden is doing right now. I really don't care what, fucking... I just don't care about that shit. I'll tell you what I do care about. I care about me and my family. I care about how much damn money I can make. And I care about getting my shit done. I care about being brave enough to do what I need to do and not having to rely on anybody else to do it. I mean, I guess I was lucky that I was really never that close with my parents to begin with. They kicked me out when I was 15, so I kind of been floating around ever since then. But, all I can say is if you're not even willing to leave your own city or your own county for a better opportunity in life, we wonder how things are getting so screwed up in this country, right? We wonder why we haven't won a war since World War II. So we're being raised by a bunch of single mothers. This has turned the men into a bunch of emasculated pussies who are too afraid to fucking leave home. I don't know. I mean, I just don't get it. I don't fucking get it, man. I know that this is more of a rant than anything else, but, I really would like to have a discussion about this and kind of find out why are so many people so afraid to get out of their comfort zones? Why are you afraid to go and get it? To take it? Nobody's going to give it to you, man. You've got to get out there and take it. And if you can't do that, then there's nobody else to blame for your situation than you. There's nobody else to blame. There's nobody else that you can point a finger at and accuse, because at the end of the day, this is 100% your fault. So, think about all this. Keep in mind that my videos are completely unscripted. I don't write shit down. I don't plan these things out the night before. I don't have a crew that sits here and thinks this stuff out for me, and I don't rehearse anything. And look, man, I know that there's a million other people out there trying to do the same thing. Some of them are a lot better than me. But I know that I got to be touching somebody's nerves out there. And, I still throw this out there, man. I'm willing to debate with anybody. I'm willing to debate, man. Bring me some facts. Bring me some real life experience, and let's have a damn debate. I want to know why so many men in this country have turned into such pussies. I want to know. When you got an answer for me, shoot it at me, and let's see if we can come up with something good to talk about. So, till then, I hope everybody has a great day. Have a safe work week. Remember that traffic is stupid, but don't get into any road rage incidents. Don't shoot anybody. Don't run anybody off the road. And, just be safe out there. The world's getting stupid. Man, the world's getting stupid. People are doing some pretty asinine things that make no fucking sense whatsoever. But this all goes back into the same thing, man. It all goes back because there's not enough real men out there to lead the way. So, have a great week, and we'll talk to you later. Take care.